All right, hello class. This is Sir Noel. Hello, Romans and Philippians. This morning we're going to be talking about subject-verb agreement. Okay, actually, this is something that you should have already had before in the earlier grades. So this is kind of a review in light of your output. No, balikan lang natin ng konti yung subject-verb agreement. Okay, so let's talk first about our lesson objectives. Okay. One moment. Okay, so the most important thing is for you to learn first how to identify the subject of the sentence because you will not be able to get them to agree if you don't even know what the subject of the sentence is. Okay, and then we're going to be talking about every rule of the subject verb agreement. And of course, once you understand these concepts, then you must be able to apply them in your speech and your composition. Okay, so the basic rule is simple enough. Okay, a singular subject will always take a singular verb, and a plural subject will always take a plural verb. It's that simple. So let's have a look at some singular subjects here. So the pronoun she, the noun Johnny, and the noun dog. Okay, so these are all singular subjects. So singular from the term itself, single. Okay, so nag-iisa. So she, Johnny, dog. These words all refer to one subject only. So if the subject is singular, it has to be paired with a singular verb. Okay, so is, goes, shines. These are examples of singular verbs. Now take note that for action verbs such as go and shine, like we have here, you have to add the letter s to the end uh, to to transform it into the singular form. Okay, so immediately you would notice na baligtad yung rules sa nouns tsaka sa verbs. 'Di ba? Ang noun kapag ginagawa nating plural, we add s. Ang verb, yung singular form niya ang merong s, 'di ba? So, let's see. So this is the basic rule. Johnny is a singular subject, therefore it needs to have the sentence here needs to have a, singular verb. So the singular verb is. So Johnny is a good singer. So the subject is in bold, and then the verb is underlined. Okay. Next example, she is walking out. She is walking the dog. So she is the subject. The verb has to be is. Okay. So this is the basic rule. All right. And again, just remember, a verb to be singular has to be, if it's an action verb like run, walk, sing, kailangan merong s siya in the end. No. Okay. So, all right. Give me just one moment. Okay. So where were we? All right. So we were talking about the basic rule, no? So ganun lang siya kasimple. One subject or singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Okay, and then we're gonna be talking about the rest of the rule para mas malinaw sa atin. Okay? Okay, plural subject, plural verb. So, example ng plural subjects, we, they, dogs. Example ng plural verbs are, wear, have, run, walk, go. So you would notice, pagdating sa mga action verbs, basic form lang siya. Run, walk, go. Okay, pero again, kung singular verbs yan, may letter S yan sa dulo. Runs, walks, goes. Okay? So, etong mga plural subjects, kailangan you pair them up with plural verbs. So, for example, we are all adjusting to the new normal. So, ang subject dito is we. Obviously, that's plural. So, ang kailangan niya ay plural verb are. Okay? And we also have the next example. They walk together to school every day. So, they obviously is a plural subject. So, walk, the verb needs to be in the plural form. Okay, so let's have a look at the rest of the slide. Okay, this is to help you understand the difference. Side by side natin siya. Okay, so again, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. So she likes to sing. Subject is she, the verb is like. So kailangan dagdagan natin ng S to have them agree. She likes to sing. Next, if we're talking about a plural subject such as they, dapat like lang. They like to sing. Next, the dog is sick. Singular dog, singular verb is. The dogs are sick. Plural dogs, plural verb are. Okay. Three, John is handsome. Singular John, singular verb is. Okay. Now, wait, hindi lumabas yung number ito sa kabila. Well, let's say John and Jake. Okay, John and Jake are handsome. Okay. And then we have a special case when it comes to pronouns such as you and I. Medyo iba yung rules na nag-a-apply kasi hindi naman is tsaka are lang ang verbs of being eh. So kapag I am here, no, I am happy, I am walking. We don't say I is happy, I is walking. All right, kahit na when we use the word I, we're referring to a singular subject, tayo yon, no? But we don't use is with the I. And then yung you, singular you. Sa English kasi pwedeng, ang you pwedeng singular, pwedeng plural. Pero most of the time we're using it as a singular subject. You don't say you was late. You would say you were late. Or you are late. Pero at the same time, kapag nasa latter part siya ng sentence, hindi mo rin sasabihin na were you eh. For example, I know it was you. Yun yung tama. Hindi mo sasabihin na I know it were you. So, yung word na you, medyo tricky siya, no? Kung papansinin natin. So, be careful of the word you kapag yan yung subject mo. You have to take note of its position. Okay? Now, this is the first rule. May mga number yung rules natin dito. A subject will come before a phrase beginning with of. This is a key rule for understanding subjects. The word of is the culprit in many, perhaps most subject-verb mistakes. So, pinapoint out dito kapag ang sentence ay merong subject, tapos merong prepositional phrase nag-start sa of, marami ang nalilito. So, tingnan natin yung example natin. A bouquet of roses were delivered to her on Valentine's. And then, meron tayong X mark dito. So, obviously, this one is wrong. Ang subject natin ay bouquet. Alright? It's singular. Nag-iisa, isang bouquet lang. So, ano dapat yung verb niya? Hindi pwedeng were kasi were is plural. Ang tamang verb niya dapat ay was. Okay? Maraming malilito dyan kasi yung of roses nakalagay. A bouquet of roses were delivered to her on Valentine's. It even sounds better, no? If you listen to it. Pero, do not be confused. Ito yung dahilan kung bakit sinasabi natin you have to be careful with the of. A bouquet of roses was delivered to her on Valentine's. A subject will come before a phrase beginning with the of. Okay? So, okay, now let's have a look at the second slide. Or the next slide. Singular subject plus either or. So, ano ba yung rule dito? So, two singular subjects connected by or neither nor require a singular verb. Pero take note na this is referring to singular subjects. So, for example, either Sir Brent or Sir Adrian is taking the last shot. So even though dalawa silang subjects dyan, Sir Brent at Sir Adrian, since they are divided by the word or and not and, singular lang dapat yung verb natin. Okay? Another example, same rule applies kapag neither yung ginagamit natin, no? So neither Ma'am Jam nor Ma'am Celine was in office when I came in. Okay? So take note of this rule. Now, what if one of the subjects is not singular? Kasi itong examples natin, puro singular subjects naman yan eh. Separated by or tsaka nor. Pero what if one of them isn't singular? So, ito yung magiging rule natin. You'll have to pay attention to which is the closest subject or the closer subject to the verb. No? So, for example, neither my uncle nor my cousins are coming to my party. So, ang subjects dito, uncle at saka cousins. So, uncle is singular pero cousins is plural. And since mas malapit yung cousins dun sa verb natin, which is are, ayan yung mag-a-agree. Okay? Cousins are coming to my party. On the other hand, kung binaliktad natin yan, neither my cousins nor my uncle is coming to my party. Obviously, mas malapit na yung uncle, and uncle being singular, magiging is naman yung ating verb. Okay? Next rule, either, neither, each of, plus a plural noun or a plural pronoun. Ano naman yung magiging rule natin dyan? Uh, Tignan natin yung mga examples natin. No? Either of the parents needs to be present for the PTA meeting. Neither of them likes being alone. Neither of the men is willing to admit his mistake. Each of them is a very good student. Okay, if you pay attention to this rule, either, neither, each, lahat ng verb nila ay singular, no? What you have to understand is yung either tsaka neither, they would refer to one of two subjects. So halimbawa, either of the parents. So ibig sabihin, kung sino man dun sa dalawang parents, kailangan magpunta daw dun sa PTA meeting. So, isa dun sa dalawa. Therefore, singular. No? Yung pangalawa, neither of them likes being alone. Neither is basically just the negative form of either. So, singular lang siya because it's a singular concept. Wala dun sa dalawa. Neither of them likes being alone. So, the same rule applies dito sa pangatlong example. Neither of the men is willing to admit his mistake. Um, so, pansinin nyo, men, obviously, men is plural, pero sumusunod lang siya dito sa neither. Okay? So, neither yung subject mo talaga dito. So, of the men, you have to make sure that you're not confused by that. So, neither of the men is willing to admit his mistake. And then you also have to be consistent. Okay? Hindi pwedeng dare dito. Kasi is yung ginamit mo dito, dapat ito singular din. Hindi pwedeng neither of the men is willing to admit their mistake. That would not make sense. And then lastly, yung each singular verb din ang kailangan. So each of them is a very good student. Okay? So don't be confused by the presence of the word them here. Okay? So next, rule number 4. As a general rule, use a plural verb with two or more subjects when they are connected by and. Okay? So we have to be clear about this. Kapag or ang nagde-divide sa mga subjects natin, singular lang. Pero kapag and, dapat plural. So a man and a woman were walking hand in hand along the lane. So this is a perfect example. You have a man and a woman, two separate people pero they're connected by and. Therefore, nagiging plural yan. It becomes a plural concept, no? So, a man and a woman were walking hand in hand along the lane. So, ano yung mga exceptions dyan? Well, yung mga compound nouns. So, ano ba yung mga example ng compound nouns? Breaking and entering, bed and breakfast. So, yung example natin dito, a bed and breakfast is a good business. So, bed and breakfast kasi is referring to a basically a small hotel where you can secure the bed for the night and then have breakfast the following morning. Kaya nga siya tinawag na bed and breakfast. So it's referring to a singular subject. So a bed and breakfast is a good business. Okay? So hindi natin gagamitin yan ng are. Okay, now we go to the next rule. Sometimes the subject is separated from the verb by the words along with as well as besides. Okay, I think I'm gonna be running out of time for this one kasi I can only record 15 minutes every time. So I'll just have to upload a part 2 to this video. No? Konti na lang naman yan. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, class.